Hey challengers, how are you guys doing today? I wanted to, first of all, I just want to say so super excited to get rolling in this group, our little challenge groups that we have. And today I want to talk to you guys a bit about the containers. By now, you should have all gotten your kits. It's so exciting getting that box in the mail and you unpack everything. And if you have gone through it, that's great. I just wanted to kind of talk a bit about what you're getting, the containers, and break everything down for you guys. Um, with this program, you have the best nutrition guide possible. This program and guide, it lays everything out so easy peasy for you to change your eating habits, portion control. It can't get any simpler than this. And it's not only just with the program that you guys ordered and that you're going to start out doing, it's with everything. Like I when I did this about a year and a half ago or so with my first time doing it, I've really carried this type of eating plan through with everything, with training for half marathons or a race or anything really, anything. This can apply to any fitness program and your life in general. So I just want to say this is not just a Beachbody program. I'm not going to shove that down your throats that it only works with those programs. It works with everything. So also in your kit, and I know this isn't the 21 day, but it's the extreme 21 day eating plan. So it's basically the same rules and guidelines for the book. And as you can see, my poor book is well used. I had water spill on it, so hopefully you can kind of get the gist of what I'm going through. But please, please, you get this book out of your kit and you read it from front to back. It's just something that is so important for you to do before you start the challenge group. It has a ton of information in it. And the reason why we do this prep week prior to our challenge start is because you need to decide. You need to decide right now if you're going to do this, if you're going to go all in and you're going to do it for 21 days and there's going to be no excuses because you are doing it for you. But I tell you, gals, you guys need to give it your all. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I've run groups, so many groups, and I enjoy every single one of them. But the gals that stick with the program, who've read the nutrition guide and stick with it 100%, that means no cheats on day 4, no cheats on the second week, just sticking to it 100% are those that have the most amazing results. And I cannot stress that enough. That is key. You have to stick with it, but I want you guys to decide right now if you are going to give it your all and you're just going to, like I said, give it your all and you're going to give it 110%, not 100%, 110%. So that's basically a little bit about that. I'm here as your coach to teach you, as well as Miss Autumn or, whoever it may be with the program, the right decisions to make when you're out. So basically with this eating plan, the first week, if you haven't done this before, it kind of teaches you and you get yourself into that habit of knowing, okay, I can have this while I'm out. Because life doesn't change. There's going to be parties. There's going to be restaurants. Basically, what I'm doing here is to help you make the right decisions for your life, for your lifestyle, so that you can carry this through and really get a grasp about what it is about the clean eating and what you should be fueling your body with. People that don't prep and prepare, because this is what this pre-week season is here, is all about prepping and preparing. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Simple. That's it. Another thing too is I want to stress is whatever it is that you're going to be putting into this group is what you're going to get out of this group. That means commenting, posting, checking in daily, sticking with the eating plan. If you only put, half-ass results or half-ass effort into it, that's exactly what you're going to get back out of it. And we are all here in this group to cheer each other on. And there will be struggles, and hopefully someone, will be there for you. I'm always going to be there for you. And hey, I may have struggles too some days. You just never know. And I really would love to know that I've got some other peeps in here that are just going to, give me that extra courage or motivation that I need for that day. So if you want to get some crazy ass results or reach a goal that you're wanting to obtain, you got to read the book. Okay, people? You got to read the book. So first thing, and like I said, this is my extreme book, but it's basically the same. You want to go to page 4. And it's basically the steps that you need to figure out your caloric baseline. So what that means is it's broken down to how many calories that you should be having per day. And in turn, for that is on the next page is the calorie chart. So what that goes over is for your calorie level, how many of each of these containers you're allowed each day. I'll tell you right now, that little equation chart, that's the only math you're ever going to do throughout this whole program. It's no MyFitnessPal, counting calories, no, nothing wrong with Weight Watchers and points and stuff, but guys, this is how easy peasy it is. Whatever number of containers you're allowed to have per day, you fill it up and you eat it. That's it. You don't count calories. It can't get any simpler than that. Then after you figure that out, you're going to go to, where is it here? You're going to keep reading through. Now, in my book, it won't be page 18. It was on the next page. But once you figure out your calorie base level, then you're going to go to your calorie chart and figure out how many containers. And I think in the regular fix book, it's on page 18. So just to go over, an example of what you can get each day, because I know you guys probably have looked at these and going, oh my God, this is all I get for the day? No. So even if you're in the lowest calorie bracket, which is 1,200 to 1,499 calories, what you will get is 3 greens, 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and of course you get teaspoons too. So you'll get 2 teaspoons. That's throughout the whole day. So it's not like you're just going to get 1 container of each. Depending on what calorie bracket you're in, you could get multiple. So basically, I just want to kind of give you a little example here. In a normal, typical of what we eat, like fast food is so convenient and yet it's so bad for you. Say, for example, you go to McDonald's and you get a Big Mac and there's like 1,200 calories in a Big Mac, but you eat it and you still can be hungry. What these foods that you're allowed, which you'll find the food list in your book if you read through it. Like I said, my book's kind of gotten a little out of control here. It had water spilt on it. There is food lists. So, and it'll say purple container. And then it will list the foods you can get in that container or have, and how many of each. So what this is this food, the food lists that come with this program, they are nutrient dense foods. So what that means is that they are so chock full of nutrients, and the calories are very minimal, if any, sometimes, like celery, say, for example. So they will fill you up longer. You basically want to stay to the top. I mean, you can eat everything on the list according to whichever color container you have, but my suggestion is you stick to the top half, because those are the most nutrient dense foods, and they will fill you up and help keep you full longer. So I highly recommend to stick with everything that's on that list. I have had people ask me, well, can I have this? And I'm going to be honest. If it's not on the list, I'm not going to say that you can have it. You could try it, but if you want this program to work, and if you're committed to 100%, you stick with what's on that list. So next thing, after we figure out our daily calories and how many containers of each that we can have, you're gonna sit down and figure out a meal plan. So basically, before I get into that, I just want to kind of go through what each container is for. So your greens are your vegetables, your purples is your fruit, the red, in which it looks orange in this video, the red is your proteins, your yellows are your starches and carbs, your blues and your oranges basically are your good fats, as well as the teaspoons. And if you didn't get, I think they are sending them out now, little labels to correspond to what they are. It just helps you really get to know it in the first week, so that you can just grab and go and know what to put in them. But get a little magic marker, a Sharpie, and label each of these containers. Then you'll know. Now, if you're reading through the food guide, you do get some substitutions. And because you've probably all heard it, I can have wine and chocolate on this. Yes, you can. So 2 times a week, you can take your yellow, and I believe it's your orange, but you can take your yellow and substitute it in. You can have wine. And I believe in the book it tells you how many ounces of the wine that you can have. You don't have to fill this container. And as well as the orange, I believe you can sub that in for chocolate. And I know for sure, like, we do have to live, and we may be going out, or there may be dinner out. You just have to plan ahead to know when you're going to substitute those in. Another area it goes over in the book for the substitutions are, I guess not really substitution, but a stipulation. With the yellow and the purples, it's suggested to get those in before noon, like to have your purples, your fruit, or your starchy carbs in the morning, okay? So just remember that there is, I mean, the meal plan, that's outlined here, it is very flexible, but there are some stipulations that you kind of should follow as far as that. And really too, a big thing is to space out your meals. So what that means is you're going to try to have smaller meals every 2 to 3 hours. And what that's going to do, because it is a smaller meal, is that it's going to allow for your body to burn that off. So in turn, that raises your metabolism, which means burning more calories. So I know it may seem like a huge thing at first, and you think, oh my gosh, I can't eat every 2 to 3 hours. I hardly eat at all. Well, there's a reason why then you're not losing weight or are burning off your calories because your body thinks it's starving itself and it goes into starvation mode and it's hanging on to all those little calories and fat cells in case it thinks that you're starving. So by not eating, you're doing yourself an injustice, and it's totally working the opposite way. But by in turn fueling yourself every 2 hours, it's like putting wood in a furnace. You're constantly burning, and creating that heat. So just remember that when we get into the meal prep, which we'll go over later in the week as well. A suggestion for you guys too is make sure you go and read through like the tea and coffee and what you can't have, because there's certain things that'll allow you to have, and the do's and the don'ts of what you can put in it and what you can't. It will be hard the first week, I'm not gonna lie, but you will end up finding something that actually will help you get along. Like I love putting cinnamon or nutmeg, or it says pumpkin spice here, any kind of like flavoring into my coffee or even my tea. It just, I don't know what it is. If it's plain, if I give it a little zhuzh, then it seems to be a little bit better. And knowing that it's only 3 weeks, 21 days, I can get through it. So make sure you go through those. There is seasoning mixes, because I'll be honest with that too. Anything plain, blah. I like putting hot sauce on my stuff, but these seasoning mixes that are in your eating guide, eating plan, give those a go, because spicing some stuff up really helps you get through. There's also, check out in the back part, there's tons of awesome recipes and snack ideas. Go through that. Make sure you read through that, because things can probably or might get a little bit boring if you think they are. There's even salad dressings, which I really love some of these. And if you stick with it and read it, it will help. I guarantee it. A little example or a little going over of the eating plan. My suggestion is to stick, and I've done this before, to stick with the same thing throughout the whole first week. It just makes it so simple. I'm just going to say it. Keep it simple. Like Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. But just keeping it simple for that first week, it won't overwhelm you, because it can be, if you're not used to planning and prepping, it totally can be overwhelming. Or if you don't want to stick with the same thing, pick out 2 meal plans, sample meal plans, like for 2 days, and just repeat that. So Monday, Tuesday, and then repeat those days, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on, until you kind of get in the swing of things and how to make it. So basically, that's it. I just want to say with the plan that it is flexible. And I know that there's you guys have families and things are always changing. And make sure you check out Pinterest too, because there's a ton of 21-day fix approved bigger recipes like casseroles or breakfast. I love doing oatmeal in the crock pot, and I'm sure your kids would love that in the morning. And it's overnight, so it's done in the morning, quick on the way to work, easy peasy. It can be done. Once again, you gotta read through this book. Please take the time and read through it. I just want to say too, I keep saying I want to say, but I just love talking about this. And this whole thing is about you, okay? And if you don't make the decision that you are worth it, and go all in and invest these 3 weeks, 21 days, that's it, to yourself, you won't get the results you're looking for. You have to want this for yourself and to give yourself this time. It's too often that we put ourselves on a back burner, and because life does get busy and our families are there, and there's sports that we have to take the kids to, or there's always somebody else that you need to look after. But in reality, you got to look after yourself. If you yourself are not healthy and fit from the inside and out, how can you be there for others? How can you be there for your kids? How can you be there for your families? And honest to God, I know you're busy and life is busy. I'm the same way. Stuff gets in the way, but I just want this to change things for you. I want to know, or I want to let you know that you're worth it. You're worth it to do this change. It'll make you a better wife, a better mother, a better sister, a better girlfriend. Fitness and health, oh my gosh, fitness and health, they change everything. And it's not only your outside physical changes, it's the changes that will happen on the inside. You will gain more confidence when you feel better about yourself. And it's just a game changer. You know, anything is possible after that. So I just want to say thanks everybody for watching this. And I hope that these tips, you know, with what to do as far as reading through the book and the containers, I hope this has helped everybody. I want you to bring your best to the group. I want you to be present in the group. And the more we all cheer each other on, and in this, that the better that the outcome will be for everybody. We're on the same mission, and our goals may be different, but we're in this together. And I just can't wait to get started with you guys. And if you have any questions, please message me in the group, or, you know, message one of the other gals in the group. We're all here for each other. So looking forward to this prep week, and we'll chat with you guys in a bit. Okay, see ya.